aside from being a dairy-based product, whey protein is really the most well-known, the most popular type of protein, and it's always labeled as a complete protein. So how does a pea protein measure up to a whey protein in terms of being complete?
Yeah, well, that's a really interesting question because I think to some degree, the idea of completeness is a little bit vague, right? You would think it wouldn't be because it's something that people talk about a lot. But one of the definitions for complete is simply that it contains all of the essential amino acids. So there are essential amino acids that the human body requires because it can't produce them. And that's basically the definition of essential in nutrition, is that the body can't produce it internally. And so we need to take it in. And so by that definition, pea protein is complete. Probably the more interesting aspect of that, though, is that when we're talking about completeness, we're really talking about what the functional outcome will be as well. So, for example, if you're eating a protein or you're taking a protein, you want for it to be doing the job and you want to see, obviously, the benefits from it. And so this is where I really like to look at the functional outcomes, because that's what we're looking for in nutrition. If you're taking a product or you're eating something, you're doing it for a reason, right? And so that puts it into a really interesting category when we compare pea protein to whey protein, because there have been studies now done on that, and pea protein performs just as well as whey protein. So in terms of muscle accretion and retention, it basically performs just as well. So if we were looking at, what was previously considered the gold standard of protein being whey, and we see that pea performs just as well, we would have to say, well, it's equally as valuable in terms of a supplement. But the important thing, going back to my previous point, is that it can be used by more people, because whey is not vegan. It's not even vegetarian in most cases, because it's often produced with rennet, which is a byproduct from animal agriculture. And it also has, a significant effect on some people. So there are a large amount of people out there who won't necessarily tolerate the dairy proteins all that well. And so you've got a broader application with pea protein.